Shalom. I like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect who firmly believe on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now, the title of this lesson is going to be Declaring the End from the Beginning. Declaring the End from the Beginning. And essentially that's what Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai is doing. By way of his prophets, by way of his men. The Lord said, for the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So we are a middleman between the Heavenly Father, and the general public, as far as what information he wants the masses of the people to know. And not only that, the Lord is declaring the end from the beginning, most importantly, to magnify his name. Because you got a lot of false gods, you got a lot of false idols out there in which 2/3 of our own people believe in, and the religions that they're caught up in holds no breath. They hold no merit. They can't tell you what's about to happen. They can't tell you what's happening. They can't give you the history on what happened to their people by way of their book and ideology. But when it comes to his Bible, when it comes to the scriptures, that's what the true men of the Lord do. Beginning with our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. You got these people that possess the Bible within a Christian church. Or even in the Catholic Church. They can't even tell you the prophecies. They can't declare the end from the beginning. Why? Because they don't have an unction from the Holy One to know all things. Right? So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. That's right. The counsel is going to stand. The counsel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to stand. That's why the Lord is putting the spirit upon, the kings of the earth, such as the president of Russia, the president of America, the president of Iran, the president of China, North Korea, South Korea. That's why they're doing the things that they do. That's why they're constantly developing, nuclear missiles. That's why recently, I believe America, they recently had intercepted Russia's bomber jets right off of Alaska, and that happened 2 days in a row, because what's the counsel of the Lord? That World War III is going to be mandated. World War III is going to happen, and we're telling you these things. The Lord had this thing written in the scriptures, from the beginning. What else does the Lord? What else is part of the Lord's counsel? The mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. Here it is. They're going to crash the dollar. The RFID microchip, which is a GPS, which is the mark of the beast. It's going to be your new identification. You're going to be deemed a terrorist if you do not accept it. So those individuals who do take it, they're going to be destroyed by way of thermonuclear fire. That's all a part of the Lord's pleasure. So we in that time, man. We're in a time to where the Lord is doing his thing, right? Let me get Proverbs 21. In the first chapter, it says the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. So whatever the kings or the vassal kings of this earth is doing, the Heavenly Father is controlling them to make these decisions. The Lord is boosting up their ego. The Lord is boosting up their pride. And that's all because of technology. All because of technology. It says, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So here it is, Donald Trump. You're not your own man. The elites of the society, they're not their own men. Because, of course, they're giving him orders to do what he do. But essentially, the Lord is giving these elites orders to do what they do. To tell Donald Trump to do what he do. As well as these other kings, around the world. It says, every way of man is right in his own eyes, but Yahweh pondereth the thoughts. So what? The Lord is in your thoughts. Look, the individual, the person who controls all spirits, he's able to manipulate the spirit whichever way he wants you to go. But he will make you to believe as if you thought upon that thought yourself. That's the mystique of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It says to do justice and judgment is more acceptable to Yahweh than sacrifice. And high look and a proud heart and the plowing of the wicked is sin. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteous, but everyone that is hasty only to want. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity, and that's all Esau knows how to do. That's all Esau knows how to do, is to gain his treasures. And that's part of what the RFID microchip is going to do. He's going to tell you how it's for your benefit, how it's for your conveniency, how it's for your protection. But essentially, it's to get him richer. You got people investing in these RFID microchips, as an investment, getting richer, But at the end of the day, it's vanity, tossed to and fro of them that seek death. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment. And that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. So look, everything is being controlled by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It's a beautiful thing, to see the Lord do his thing. It's a beautiful thing to see the Lord do his work, and it's a more beautiful thing to be a part of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua doing his work. We just hope the Lord have mercy upon us in the midst of it, right? This is 2 Ezra chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in their mouth, saith the Lord. So we have no reason to be proud. We have no reason, to feel as if we're somebody. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua the one who is the one who put the words in our mouth and utter speech and tell you things that's going to happen before they happen. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. That's right. So we don't fear what man can do unto us. We don't fear, the harsh realities that's coming to America. Because the Lord tells us, for they devise mischief. Matter of fact, real quick, because they're essentially going to fall upon those devices in which they intend for brothers. This is Psalm chapter 10, verse 2. It says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. That's why we're not worried about you devils. That's why we're not worried about your guillotines. That's why we're not worried about your different methods. We're not worried about you devils, man. So it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, because that's only in your imagination. It says, let not the incredulity, which is the disbelief of them trouble thee, that speak against thee. Because essentially, they don't believe in the prophecies. They don't believe in the Lord. They don't believe we are the men of the Lord. So that, like the scriptures say in, Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, they're going to attempt to test us with torture to see if we be a man of the Lord. To see if the Lord's going to deliver us. And he is. So it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's plain, man. As long as we know that you're going to die in the end because of your disbelief, we're not tripping. We're not worried about it. We're just going to let the Lord do his thing. It said, behold, save the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So what? Pick your poison, man. The Lord got certain types of destruction and disaster set for every particular person. For every particular person. And we just going to wait. We're just going to watch it happen. The Lord's going to bless us with an aerial view, in the kingdom of heaven. Well, on the chariots, and we just going to watch this thing play out. Jumping down to the 14th verse, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. This is declaring the end from the beginning, because these are all a part of what? Jacob's trouble. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another people. That's what we call a race war. No other so-called religion is telling you about a race war that's brewing on the soils of America and around the world. Why you think they killing Jake at an alarming rate? The green light is out upon you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Right? It says, and swords in their hands. It could be a gun. It could be a bayonet. It could be a fucking bomb, a grenade, whatever the case may be. A sword. It says, for there shall be sedition among men. People rising up against the government. It says, and invading one another. It's going to be breaking and enterings for the lack of food of out here. The lack of resources, period. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's martial law. They're going to have curfews. They're going to have certain bridges shut down, so you can't go from one city to the next. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. And if the men is going to be afraid, where is that going to leave the women? And if the women is going to be afraid, where is that going to leave the children? The Lord is causing a bad day out here for you people, man. And the only people that's going to be saying is the elect. For the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. We possess that information. Y'all don't. Those of you out there who's living as that do as thou wilt spirit, you're not going to have mercy in the day of the Lord, man. You're not going to have mercy in the second coming of the Lord before, when all of this judgment is set on the soils of America. Saying a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So that neighbor that you say hello and good morning to and wave off where you're going to work, you ain't going to have no pity on him. Because it says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. You're going to break into their house, look for some food, look for some water, look for some toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? Resources. Even women. You're going to be looking for the women. You're going to be looking for the daughters. It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that's what's coming. That's what's coming. Prophecy, man. And that's what sets us apart, from everybody else. Because we have prophecy. We understand the prophecy. We declare the prophecies. And it's all to magnify the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect. Shalom.